Indianapolis Colts. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That one good for 10 yards, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd down, Hines, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Collins makes the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Mixon with it. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
At their 48-yard line.
We got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
30-yard line.
On the run, it's Mixon. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You know, we always talk about you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Their own 1 yard.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The object there was to get the ball to him on a quick slant, see if he could get loose and take one the distance. But the defense was prepared, and incompletion results.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Newton now to throw. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. It's Newton. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Colts.
Now it's Hines. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Newton. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Newton. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. He took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive.
Still 1st down.
Now back to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yep.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton steps away. Now he'll pull it down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
The tackle made by...
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They run with Hines. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Kevin King there defensively.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The throw complete to Dorsett. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw, Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Indianapolis.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Cam Newton with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here at this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the gun, give to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. There'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Mixon, and he'll get him a bit close. As he's down to the 2-yard line.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Yeah, he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his running back, Mixon. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts' 36-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that can get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward.